clear on what you mean by that.
So to object on relevancy grounds, whether anyone went into the BP gas station or came out of it. I'm sure there was a lot of business then.
Response?
Yeah, I believe it is relevant.
To what?
Well, the people are trying to make the argument that the impound was proper in part because the vehicle was hampering private property, and I'm trying to make it clear that.
Hold it. Hold it.
Just following on the.
That's why this is like Groundhog Day. I went through this already with the motion, and you were given, counsel, 2, if not 3 opportunities.
Right here, the judge is clearly frustrated, and for good reason. This argument about the vehicle staying on the property has already been litigated multiple times. Courts don't like relitigation. Once you've had your shot, you don't get unlimited retries just because you didn't like the outcome. Engagement question. Should judges be stricter when lawyers keep recycling arguments, or is persistence part of the job?
Because you had alleged or made the representation to the court that someone there said the vehicle could stay. And I gave you an opportunity to bring that person before the court. One time you brought what looked like, I guess, an attempt at an affidavit, and the question I had was, that's not the owner. And then we adjourned again because you were going to go get the owner.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you came back, guess what? No owner.
Yes,
Nobody came down. Nobody said anything. And now you want to argue it here again.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Reiser, appearing on behalf of the people.
Kyle Murphy, PA379, on behalf of Mr. Philpott, who is present to my right.
All right. All right. This is going to be a waiver.
Yes,
I believe so, Your Honor. Today is the time and date set for the preliminary exam in this matter, and we are ready to proceed to preliminary exam. It's my understanding that the defendant.
This is a huge moment that often gets overlooked. Waiving a preliminary exam means the prosecution doesn't have to prove probable cause right now. You're basically saying, let's skip the preview and go straight to the main event. Legal insight. Once waived, this case jumps directly to circuit court. No early challenge to the evidence.
Is electing to waive his right to a preliminary exam, and the people would also waive.
All right. Sir, is that a correct statement? Yes. You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it. And you understand that you will not have that hearing on this case and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over on the single count in that case. Mr. Murphy. Circuit court arraignment. You waive presentation and reading of the information.
Yes, Your Honor.
How does your client plead to that charge?
Let the court enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Defendant having waived formal reading, pleading not guilty, court will enter that not guilty plea. Pre-trial in this matter will be set
August 10th at 1:30 p.m. with Judge O'Brien.
August 10th, 2023, 1:30 before Judge O'Brien.
If I may approach this thing.
Yes. All right, and in this matter, bond will continue. I'm on. All right, we're ready. Court does call the case. And the people of the state of Michigan versus DeMonte Maurice Philpott. That being case 22F1-1571. Counsel, state your appearances.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Reiser on behalf of the people.
Kyle Murphy, PA379, on behalf of Mr. Philpott, who's present to my right.
All right, date and time set for preliminary examination. Are we ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
All right. State.
People would call Officer Joshua Branch.
Sir, please come forward to be sworn. Guess I'll do it. No, it's okay. You can come up, face me. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, have a seat. Upon having a seat, please state and spell your name for the record.
Joshua Branch, JOSHUABRANCH.
All right, you may inquire.
Thank you, sir. Can you tell the court where it is that you're employed
Pittsfield Township Police Department,
and in what capacity?
police officer and brother.
And were you working in your capacity as a road patrol officer on October 19th, 2022?
Notice how methodical this testimony is. Identity confirmed, warrant verified, custody established. This is textbook prosecution groundwork laying a clean foundation so nothing collapses later under cross-examination. Audience hook. Brain. This might sound boring, but this is how cases quietly get won.
I was.
And were you alone or did you have a partner?
I had a partner that
And who was that?
Officer Max.
Okay. And did you have contact with the defendant in this case, DeMonte Maurice Philpott, on that date?
I did.
And what approximate time was it, if you know?
If I remember your calls, it was around 2:50
AM. Okay. And the person that you ultimately identified as DeMonte Philpott, do you see him in the courtroom today?
I did.
And could you tell Judge Simpson what he's wearing and where he's sitting?
Stipulate time.
All right, so stipulated.
And what was the nature of that contact with the defendant?
The nature of the contact was I ran a license plate vehicle that was parked inside the BP parking lot. They came back to if I'm not mistaken, Corporal Maxey had informed me that DeMonte Philpott had a felony as well out of the township.
Okay. And what did you do with that information?
That information, we pulled up DeMonte Philpott's photo through Secretary of State. Officer Maxey informed me saying that was him at the vehicle as well.
Okay. And did you see him in the vehicle, outside of the vehicle, if you know?
At the time I observed him, he was outside the vehicle, and as we were pulling up, he was re-entering the vehicle.
Okay. And what was the warrant for?
Here, where everything escalates, an inventory search, if done properly, is one of the strongest tools police have. If it's valid, anything found can come in. If it's flawed, the entire case can unravel. Engagement question. Do you think inventory searches protect evidence, or are they too easy to abuse?
The warrant was for a CSE.
Criminal sexual conduct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Out of your department?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so what did you do then?
After that, we had approached the vehicle. We asked the person if they were DeMonte Philpott, which he identified himself as such.
Okay. And did you take him into custody on the valid warrant?
He did.
And what happened next?
After that, we identified the other passenger inside the vehicle. Found that they also did not have a license and conducted an inventory search of the vehicle prior to impound.
Okay. And I should apologize. Let me back up. I asked if the CSC warrant was valid. Was it in lien?
Yes,
Okay. And you said the passenger did not have a driver's license?
correct.
And did Mr. Philpott have a driver's license?
I do not recall this.
Okay. So you then did what? You said impounded the vehicle?
I performed an inventory search prior to the impound.
Okay. And what, if anything, did you locate during that inventory search?
I located a firearm on the driver's seat of the vehicle, along with suspected narcotics in the door of the driver's door.
Okay. And did you say there was a passenger in the passenger seat? Anybody in the rear of the vehicle?
Nobody in the rear of the passenger.
And where was Mr. Philpott when you took him into custody?
Driver's seat.
And I'm going to show you, did you take the weapon into custody?
I did take proper possession of the weapon. Yes.
What kind of weapon was it?
It was a handgun.
What kind of handgun?
Single stack from my recollection.
And the suspected narcotics, were those also taken into custody? Okay. And were they tested? And did they test positive for cocaine?
Corporal Maxey did when they tested positive. Yes.
Okay. With a true narc test?
Yes.
And did he do that in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 1 and 2 and ask if you recognize these photographs.
I do.
And can you tell the court and for the record in People's Proposed Exhibit 1, what are those photographs of?
Photographs of the vehicle, 2 photos, one from the driver's side, rear portion of the vehicle, one of the front driver's seat, 1 photo of 3 scales that we recovered, the suspected narcotics at the time.
Okay. And are those a fair and accurate representation of how those items appear on the night of October 19th, 2022, or early morning hours?
Yes.
Okay. And in Exhibit 2?
Exhibit 2 is a black handgun firearm. The specifics is going to be an FN 503.
Okay. And was that loaded?
Yes, there was one in the chamber.
Okay. I would move for the admission of Exhibit 3.
Any objection or voir dire?
Oh, that's for the purposes of preliminary exam.
Exhibit 3 is admitted.
And did you run Mr. Philpott's criminal history
I did.
and determine that he was ineligible to possess that firearm?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibits 3, 4, and 5 and ask if you can identify those for the record.
That's what I thought. Ms. Reiser, you said you asked for the admission of Exhibit 3, and I thought I had lost track and was going to cut with my recorder, but you meant Exhibits 1 and 2.
I meant Exhibit 1 and 2.
Yes. Okay. So Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. I have not yet admitted 3.
And I'm showing him proposed 3, 4, and 5.
5. Got it.
And do you recognize Exhibits 3, 4, and 5 to be certified convictions of Mr. Philpott?
I do.
I would move for the admission of Exhibits 3, 4, and 5.
Any objection or voir dire?
For the purposes of preliminary examination.
Exhibits 3, 4, and 5 are admitted.
And I'm going to show you People's Proposed Exhibit 6. I labeled this number 7. I don't know where 6 is.
Okay.
I'm going to approach and show you 7 and ask
7.
if you recognize this. There is no 6. That were recovered from the driver's side of the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Did you remove the ammunition from the chamber and make the gun safe?
I did.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions. The location where you, I do have another question. The location where you had contact with the defendant at 2:50 a.m. on October 19th, 2022, is that located within Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County?
It is.
You said it was the BP gas station?
Yes.
What's the address?
I don't recall.
Is that at Washtenaw Avenue and Gulfside? Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
And so we're clear, it's on the west side of Gulfside, which is Pittsfield Township. The court can take judicial notice of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you wish Exhibit 7 admitted?
Yes, please.
Okay, no objection. Exhibit 7 is it? Exhibit 7 is admitted. Cross-examination.
Officer Branch, you talked about making a decision to impound the defendant's vehicle. Why did you do that?
What's that?
Why did you choose to impound it?
I was informed by my training officer at the time that pound the vehicle
Do you know why?
based on policy and some other things.
Is that what he told you that day?
I'm not mistaken.
Your testimony here today is that he told you that you were going to impound it based on a policy?
From my understanding, it was by policy.
And this is the defense's big swing, pretext. They're suggesting the impound wasn't about policy, it was about searching the car. If proven, that could mean suppression of everything found. Dramatic emphasis. This is the kind of argument that can flip a case or completely backfire.
That night, did you tell Mr. Philpott that you were not going to impound the car before later changing your mind?
What I told him, if my memory recalls correctly, I told him that I would not get my own driver.
And when you told him that you weren't going to impound it, were you telling him the truth?
From my point of view at the time, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking at the time. Very good. Time of, well, before you decided to impound the vehicle, did you enter the BP gas station?
We did.
You entered the inside, the convenience store, for lack of a better description?
No, not the convenience portion, no.
Did you speak to the clerk inside the gas station?
No,
Are you aware that any other officer spoke to the clerk inside the gas station?
I am not aware, no.
Are you aware of whether or not the clerk came outside of the gas station?
No.
This is rare and telling. Judges do not like being misled, especially when video evidence exists. When a judge says, "Play it now," that's confidence. And confidence usually means the footage favors the court's view. Closing engagement. Movie camera: when video exists, should testimony even matter anymore? Or does context still rule?
Surprised you to find out that there was body camera footage of Officer Maxey suggesting that you impound the vehicle in order to search for drugs?
Okay.
I'm gonna look at that.
I think we need to stop right this second, because I had 3 or 4 hearings on this, counsel.
Yes.
And I'll allow any attorney to ask what questions they want to ask, but there certainly is video of it. This court specifically looked at that video. You did the same thing during that hearing in suggesting, or really informing the court initially, prior to receiving the whole video, that this officer said that he was going to impound it, and that the other officer changed his mind. When, point of fact, that's not what happened at all.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I disagree.
No, you can respectfully disagree. Play the video. Let's play the video, because the video is clear. This officer was in training. The questions were specifically asked of this officer. He makes an assessment. His field training officer says, think about this, and this. The whole scenario that they're going through is a field training officer training another officer. It's not the suggestion and this other stuff. I'm not going to let you pollute the record with things that are just wrong. So if you want to play the video, counsel, play the video.
I'd like to
But
play the video, Your Honor.
play it now then. Play it now and then ask the questions. Because you attempted to try to mislead the court before. Play the video and then ask your questions.
Counselor. Judge, I believe it was Miss Kirby who played the video at our last hearing. And for that reason, I have not hooked up to this particular system. And I wonder if that may be...
All you need is a court and a player on your computer. You can hook right into this system. It's not a problem.
Very good, Judge. Your Honor, I do have 2 additional questions before
Go for
we
it.
play the video.
As long as they're fair.
Officer, how long have you been employed by Pittsfield Township?
By Pittsfield since last August.
Was that your first job as a police officer?
No.
Where else did you work?
Detroit.
How long did you work there?
3.5 years ago.
Did you work anywhere else before that? Okay. So how long have you been a police officer in total?
At this time, it's coming up to a little around 4.5 years.
4.5 years. Did you undergo training as a Detroit police officer? Did you complete the MCOLS program before becoming an officer? And did you were you undergoing training at the time of this arrest? Very good. Your Honor, can we take a brief recess while we try to figure out how to play this video?
We're to stay in recess.
Thank you.
All right. Where are we? We're ready to play.
I do have the video worked out. Sister counsel here was kind enough to load it up so that it can be played on the court's monitors. With the court's permission, I would like to play that video unabated for at least the first 10 minutes, but as long into the video as Your Honor would.
Well, whatever you need.
Just for the record, Judge, it's 46 minutes in total.
Oh, I know. I watched the whole video before.
Willing to watch it with you, Judge.
Well, I already watched it once. It's like a rerun. But however much of it you think you need to play, I'm just saying that the real interaction occurs, and I don't know the timing, but when actually there were the 3 folks there, and the field training officer is talking to this officer. So whatever point that's at, you can back up a little bit from that, but run it through. because you see the context upon which all of these statements are being made.
Okay, so for the record, I'm playing Pittsfield Township 22-13689. This will be the body cam